Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and it's Brick Hall O'Clock with a French package from bricklink.com. Right, well the first thing is to get rid of this huge box because it really is going to make doing this haul impossible until I've got rid of it. Ooh, I can see Lego already. Ooh, that looked like it nearly escaped. I don't even remember ordering that piece, to be honest. Oh. Wow. Right. Here we go. All sorts of lovely Lego goodness. Well wrapped, which is nice. And I don't usually go to France or mainland Europe for my Bricklink orders. And that's because, well, simply because of saving postage, really. It just generally costs a bit more. But in this instance, there was loads and loads of things that I wanted from this vendor. Loads of special parts that perhaps other vendors didn't have, or definitely one vendor didn't have all of. So basically, I decided to go with this person because their variety was just fantastic. So here we go. These are odd bags. They seem to have been sort of sealed, but got a load of space to jangle around in. Quite hard to empty. There we go. So there's one. Bits everywhere already. Now, I really don't remember ordering this piece at all, but nonetheless, it's an absolutely huge piece. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 by 6. You would have thought I'd remember that. Puzzling. But things that I do remember getting, and was really looking forward to be honest, was these things. Now, these are little heads with little faces in reddish brown. Now, if you've seen the Moana film, the Disney princess film, you'll know that these are kakamoras. I think that's how you say it. And they're really quite funny in that film. I only saw the first half of it, but I did see the bit with these in, and the little monsters sort of look like coconuts that kind of will chase you on the open seas and look rather fierce, and you can see all their really sharp teeth. Anyway, they were really good fun and really funny, and I thought I would use these in my city. But where? I don't think I'll tell you, because otherwise it might spoil things. I got a few of these joint pieces, some blue seats, a explorer's hat that I was short of, one of those pink flowers that I keep collecting that I nearly threw away, and here's some other bits from that Moana set. So the set in question was 41150, Moana's Ocean Voyage, and that set, as you might imagine, consists of her on... Oh, what are they stuck on the outside? On a sailboat, and this is the sail of that boat, and I plan to use that in quite an innovative way, I think, anyway. So really, it's one of those things, because it's such an odd shape, you really need to have it in your hands to be able to design around it. You can't design something that uses this in LDD, Lego Digital Designer, because, you know, you won't know exactly how it fits and how it looks. So this is actually something that's vital to me to enable me to actually finish that design. So this is pristine brand new, so I'm very happy with that. And I thought while I was at it, I'd get the stickers from that set just because they weren't that expensive, just in case I wanted to, and I got 2 of them by the looks of it, to sort of decorate some pieces. So there's some sort of Tahitian sort of style rugs or decor on some wood. Yeah, so that's really good to have as well. Get rid of all this extra packaging. Now here's another bit that I was very looking forward to getting. Golly, this plastic's strong. I don't want to damage the piece. Oh, I really don't like this wrapping, but at least it works. So this is a 9x9 dish, and as you can see, it's got a great big dragon on and some symbols. Now this is from a Ninjago set. 70738, Final Flight of Destiny's Bounty. Now in that one, Destiny's Bounty is kind of a flying ship, whereas I've got one of the ones where it is a ship. So a bit confusing to those who aren't in the know, I'm sure, but Anyway, obviously that is going to decorate something oriental, maybe the boat itself in my city, but it looks rather fantastic. It's brand new. It was a bit of an extravagance because it was about €3, which is a bit cheaper than £3, but nonetheless, I don't usually spend that much on a piece, but that is rather good, isn't it? Very shiny and attractive, so that's good. Let's move on to this bag. Oh, golly. I mean, this is a sharp knife and it's still having trouble. Right, so I've got loads of these 3x6, what are they called? Windscreen pieces, I suppose. They're actually classified as a slope in Bricklink's catalogue, but nonetheless, I've got loads of those. What I'm going to be using these for is not a train mock, which I have used them for in the past, for my observation car, but I'm going to kind of use them as kind of skylights in the roof of a build. So it'll kind of be like that, letting a lot of light into the inside of the building, which always makes it a lot easier to see, which is a great benefit. Now this piece is huge, and I've never seen one in the flesh till now. Oh wow, I assumed it'd be dark bluish grey, but it's almost like it's been painted. In fact, it has been painted. Is that how it came? How odd. Anyway, this is a great big kind of mountain rock type thing, and it's got some steps on this side, rock on that side, and some even more singular steps on that side, and then rocks there as well. And those are attachments you can put Technic pins in, so you can put a nice flat bit. Now this was mainly used in Barnacle sets, but it did get used in one city set, which was 7739, Coast Guard Patrol Boat and Tower. And I was kind of expecting this to be dark bluish grey. It almost looks like somebody's actually painted it. So if you've got one of these, do tell me if it's normal plastic colour or if it comes painted like this, because I suspect it shouldn't be. I mean, you can see all the brush strokes on it. Very odd. I'm very confused by that. I was going to use this in my undersea setting. It was quite cheap, obviously very bulky, but I'm not sure I will now, unless I can get the paint off easily somehow, if it is paint. I don't know. I mean, it looks like it's almost been professionally done. It's sort of a bit marbled in places. Very interested to know if you've got one of these and if it looks like this. Do let me know. Also in this bag, I've got lots of these end roof bits that I also used on the observation car. So on that one I used 4 of these and one of these on each end. So actually with this I've got enough to do quite a few more observation cars, but I bought them largely because they're really hard to get hold of. I mean, I think there's practically none for sale in the UK. Now, one tip is to, whenever you can't find a piece, to see if there's one that's also in the catalogue with a sticker on, because these are just stickers. So you can just peel those off, obviously, and you'll end up with the same piece that you wanted. But sometimes the piece without a sticker will sell out, and there'll be loads available just with a sticker on. So that's a good tip to find some hard pieces. But as I say, there's none in the UK, so I thought just in case I'd buy all of this vendors, because he had 6 and they were really cheap. They're like about 10p each or something. So if I do want to make some more observation cars in the future, then I'll have all of the pieces I need. Right, here's another bag of bits. Okay. Incidentally, those pieces with all these sort of cockpit stickers on, the set itself was 7477 T1 Typhoon versus T-Rex from 2005. It was this Dino Attack set, which was hilarious. It had this massive helicopter in it. It was absolutely huge, even bigger than that huge Agents one. Just absolutely bristling with guns all over it. But I guess because it wasn't used by a real life military, it was allowed, even though it was very, very military in nature indeed. So, yeah, enough said there. Right, here's some stickered pieces that are interesting. These are ones that I put on my list ages ago. You just find pieces looking through the catalogue and you just think, oh, if ever a vendor's got a pair of those, I'll have them. And this one happened to. So they've clearly got shark profiles on them. And they're actually from a World Racer set, 8899 Gator Swamp, which is kind of two hovercraft / sort of swamp boats that are racing each other. Now, I don't want it for that, but a lot of boats use these pieces, these sort of 6x1 inverted slopes. And I thought maybe a boat that I've already got could be adapted or just replace some pieces on this just to upgrade it. So if I can get these shark profile pieces into one of my boats, it'll just look all the more cool. So really happy to have those. It's one of those street cleaner or car wash sort of bristly pieces. I'm going to use these under the sea, kind of like a sponge or a coral or something like that. It's very bright and very nice. I've got more of these, quite a lot more coming in another order, but they're usually really cheap, so why not? Talking of under the sea, I was wondering if these sort of electric bolts, which are probably, what would they be, barnacle, or would they be, I don't know, something like that, but they've got a Technic piece on the bottom. Now, I've already got a couple of these that are in green, and they very much look like plant life, but I thought even these yellowy ones, sort of, together like that, looks like a plant under the water. I think so. More under the water, so there's some sort of seaweed, sort of kelp type thing. Ah, now this is interesting. How's the sticker? Well, it's not centered, but it is intact, so that's good. So it says Otto Octavius Incorporated, and that's obviously Doc Ock's name, and this comes from 4857, Doc Ock's Fusion Lab. You can't really see it in that picture, but it's above the door. So I thought I might do that. Build that into a building above the door, so it gives it a kind of a title. And it doesn't have to be Doc Ock's hideout in my city, it could just be somebody with that name. Oh, I've been looking for one of these for ages. This is another reason why I went with this French Fender. It's just this package bit on one of those sort of inverted tiles. But I had one that I was using on a drone, and now, because I had all the other pieces for a drone, I can get rid of the grey one I was using as a substitute and put that on. There we go. I do need one more red one of these. I've got 3 red and 1 gold at the moment, but it was just to make this the drone. If you haven't seen this already, I've got one of these in my city that could pick up a parcel like that and then fly off and deliver it somewhere else. So, yeah, I've got one attached to one of my skyscraper facades, but now I'll have another one just to be beezing around somewhere else in my city. So I'll put that there. What else have I got in here? I've got some, oh, these are nice. Neon green pieces, trans neon green. This is kind of for a secret project, but I will tell you that it's a project that's going to be shown at Halloween. Ooh, so that'll be really good fun. Still getting pieces for my giant crab for underwater. That's, I think, for the giant lobster, one of those Aqua Raiders creatures. I think they're for the crab. Then I've got quite a few of these red bricks with the train or transport logo on. These are just from the normal passenger train 7938, which is probably one of my least favourite Lego trains. I don't own it, but I thought I could use these stickers either on these pieces as part of a red carriage or move them onto other pieces where I wanted them. Oh yeah, there's one of those rulers. That's part of 41071, Era's Creative Workshop. I've already got one of these, and I'm using them in my fairground to be kind of like height things, so children can either get on rides if they're over it or not if they're under it. Bus stop. Need more bus stops and random assorted little pieces. Last bag, quite a big one. Oh, I might pull a few pieces out of this first, once I can see. So here's a really good advert with a really good sticker, and it looks, looks like it's in all right condition, just needs a wash. BSC, Brick Street Custom. And that is from the set Brick Street Customs, 8154, which is a tiny turbo set. Now these sets are pretty rubbish, those tiny turbo ones, but they've just got some great stickers, all of them. Just very sort of small cars, but they just, I don't know, whoever was designing them had a real good eye for stickers. So I think that's great. That'll go on the side or one of the blank walls of one of my modular buildings or something like that, just to spice it up a bit. And I think that looks great. It's kind of shiny, the engine there as well. So yeah, really good. Doesn't even, well, it might need moving, but not desperately. These are for another bus stop. So we've got the sign and the two edges. You know, I have them like that. If you've seen my bus stops. Got some big round brown bricks for some trees. Look at those. This is a part that I was missing, or at least missing with the sticker on from an agent set. So you can see that's one of Dr. Inferno's vehicles. It goes on the back of a boat on set 8636, Deep Sea Quest. So I'm glad to have that because I've got that set, as I say, and that is just going to make it that little bit better for when I introduce that boat into my harbour. Bricktown Parking. So this is from another Tiny Turbo set, 8186. Street Extreme. It was on a car park there. I've already got 2 of these on my car park. I've got 3 of these signs now. I just keep buying them. Can't help myself. So I'll probably put this one either on a different floor. So I've got one on each floor of parking. Or maybe I'll even have one on the back so it's visible from the tram. I've got 2 of these and the second one of these should be stickered and is. With another advert, there's Squid Man's Pit Stop. It's got kind of flames on. And the reason why I bought a second one, because I was going to make this kind of into a bigger billboard, like that. Except I'm going to turn the sticker upside down when I move it, even though it is pretty well placed, actually. In fact, it's dead straight, so it's a shame I have to move it, but nonetheless. So it'll be on the top bit, and on the bottom bit, I'll have a Squid Man. Yeah, you can probably guess the Alien Trooper one from the series minifigures, and then I'll have a nice 3D Squid Man sign. It'll be a bit like the one that I've got my gingerbread man on for another building. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. Red plate, that's for a second bus. Do you think that one's for a second bus? It just seems far too long. I think that's a mistake, that big one. I've never seen a plate that big. Another bus stop. Here's a bag of heads. A bag within a bag. Oh, and the minifigure. So the minifigure is a Paradisa one. Nice pink sort of knotted top. Can put some jeans probably with that. I've not really got much room on my beach left, but that was well priced, so why not? Now, oh yeah. See if I can get these out without them rolling everywhere. Here's another minifigure. This is an alien from the Space Police. So it's kind of got 4 arms. The bottom arms are normal on this normal torso with kind of pectoral muscles and abs, and on the back for shoulder blades and so on. But then we get this extra top bit of torso, which I've never seen before. Oh, which is actually integrated with the head here, which takes these other 2 arms, which are kind of robot arms, and I thought those eyes were faded at first, but they're not. They're just sort of kind of zany. They kind of got little circles on, and he's got nice head patterning. Anyway, this guy's called Frenzy, and he's from the set 5971, Gold Heist, where the Space Police are after him because he's stolen some gold. But I've no idea what I'm going to use this guy for. I mean, well, it'll have to be an alien, won't it? But where? I mean, generally the aliens in my city are represented by the Alien Conquest aliens, as you'll have seen in my recent Space Tower build. So I don't know where I'll put this, but I just couldn't help myself because he's just so cool. Yep. So that's Frenzy. One more torso to look at. Just as cargo with the cargo logo and a green tie. So I just really like that. It's from quite an old set, 6330 Cargo Centre from 1998. It's a horrid set, that one. Doesn't look very attractive, but this torso is great. So I can give that to somebody in an office near my cargo area. Oh, and then a ton of heads. So let's try and make a big totem pole of them, and then we can go through them. Some real interesting ones. I might have to do... No, I'll do them all in one. It's a bit harder when there's this many. Right, so in no particular order, we've got 2 of a very grumpy bearded man who's very happy on the other side, and he's from Kingdoms. He's a blacksmith, that came from, but I really like both of those expressions, which is probably why I bought 2. Then the next one is a Ninjago one, I don't know how to pronounce this. Is it Naya or Nya? I don't know. Anyway, she's got probably what's part of a sort of ninja outfit across her mouth. But I thought it could almost be like a gag, just because if she'd been kidnapped or something like that. So I thought it could be a kidnapped lady for one of my evil gangs or something like that, who they're holding for ransom. And I've got a white, angry, bearded guy who's usually a Viking in the old Viking sets. And I've got two of this very sad, bearded chap here, who's usually a peasant or a pirate. And that one seems to have a little chip on the eye, which is a real shame. Yeah, I've been told you can fix that sort of thing with a Sharpie sort of black marker. I might give that a go there, because it's not a bite. I think it's just supposed to be a scrape. You usually tell if it's a bite by looking at the other side. Then there's that sort of surprised face, which is good fun. Then, wow, look at this guy with blue hair and a bit of a blue goatee. So he's called Zed from the Alpha team. So that's an interesting guy. Then we've got a grey bearded guy there, who's a police chief usually. That guy, oh, it's the surprised guy again. So those ones are actually Alien Defense Unit people, kind of the goodies from the Alien Conquest sets. Then we've got, wow, look at that face. What's he? Happy? Elated? I don't know. On the other side, I don't know what that expression is either, but they're both very good expressions, aren't they? Yeah, it looks very sort of, I don't know, like he's anticipating something there. So he's great. He's from Power Miners. And then on the bottom there, there's a guy with kind of a red eye and one normal eye. And he's actually an evil wizard from the old fantasy sets. But I've bought this because I really want to get a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shredder. But a lot of them, well, no, all of them, have the flesh tone skin. And I don't like having flesh tone skin in my cities. So basically, I'm going to use this yellow head, which also has one damaged die, just like Shredder does, for that, if and when I get one. Right, let's tip out the rest of this now. Oh, I caught it. Don't worry, don't panic. I got it. Okay. So lots of bricks and bits. I'll just go through the more interesting ones. We've got a few of these cupboard doors, which are from an Arctic set, 60035. And as some of you all know, I'm doing an Arctic layout. I don't know how it's going to integrate with my city, probably not at all. But so that'll be good for some storage in a great big station there. Oh, it looks like I got two pairs, did I? Or I just got three of them. Oh no, there's the fourth look. And there's a 3 from the same set. And there's another 3 from the same set. That was an interesting bar piece that I just thought I'd buy one of to see kind of how it looked in real life and how it could be used. Got some barrels. So there's lots of these poison barrels, which I'll make a bit better with some different tiles on top or what have you. These are from 8198, Ramp Crash, which is yet another one of those tiny turbos sets. Oh, that's only got one on. It's a shame. 2 more of those. Yeah, so these tiny turbo sets, I really do like them. There's another one. That barrel is slightly different. That's the lime one with this striping on. That's from River Heist 8968, which is an agent set, which is the one with the dollar bill in it. Actually, this cargo one is actually where the Carl's Cargo signs come from, which is another great sticker. Got some glow-in-the-dark ones of those for Under the Sea, and a lime one. Another kind of colours I'm collecting. I'm buying a lot of these fences whenever I see them. I'm imagining they'll go somewhere in my fairground, either for queues or maybe just around the whole fair, just so people have to pay their tickets, unless it's paid for rides. I've not even decided yet, but need lots of those. And the rest... Oh, look at that. Great big spoiler. That goes on race cars and also on some undersea stuff. So I kind of bought one to see if it would go on anything undersea that I wanted to make. I think the rest... Oh, there's a computer. That's also from that Agent's Deep Sea Quest set. That'll need straightening using my patented hot tea technique. That's from the Goody submarine. That submarine I'm planning to use actually in my undersea setup. So that is it. A pretty good haul. Lots of pieces for lots of different projects. A wonderful tower of heads. Lots of really good stickered pieces, which is kind of why I went to this guy, as well as them having the lovely sail that I'm going to be using or basing a whole build around. This lovely dish. Some really big adverts like this one, and the Squidman's pit stop, which incidentally comes from Squidman's pit stop set, which is 5980, which is another Space Police set. So that's a really good range as well. It's kind of like a motorway stop service station sort of thing, but in space. So check that one out. That's really good fun. And then this is the biggest perplexing bit. It just looks wrong. So yeah, let me know if you know any information on that. But otherwise, a really good haul. So, what a wonderful haul. You can probably see why I paid the additional postage to go to France now. It's only over the channel after all. But yeah, lots of wonderful pieces that I just couldn't get elsewhere that I'm really looking forward to putting into projects and attaching to buildings in some cases. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for more awesome LEGO videos. And next time on Robin Hood Bricks, we'll be doing a citywide tour because it's our 200th video, and I do a citywide tour every 25 videos. I will be focusing largely on the new stuff since we did the last tour, but I'll be going around the whole city as well, so should be fun. See you then!